Hello, friends. I know the black thing. I know. I don't know what to do about it. Really, I don't know what to do about it. I mean, I kind of know, but I also don't care. Hi, it's me, Scott. Why the black thing? I meant the transition where it pops to black. At least it kind of kept the camera settings this time. Who knows? Who knows why? Hi, it's me. Let's go over here and let's do this, and then I'll just talk about some stuff. See how quickly we get some good wallpaper. Trees during sunset. Don't like it. Green Leaf by Ash Edmonds. A sunny desert. Wait, we still have this. This camera over here looks very good. This looks very good. It's like behind my monitors. Oh, I got some bad cable management back there. Don't look. I have cables dangling everywhere from random stuff plugged in. So embarrassing. Turning that off. Okay. No, it's kind of cool. Pine trees with fog. Not quite what I'm in the mood for today. I'll know when I see it. Not just dirt or sand. So yesterday we started messing with that. The idea of a dumb Arduino-based switch, or it's KVM, or really like look at that. Oh, visions of springtime. We'll go with this and just long for springtime. How's that sound? So yeah, we started this idea of like, what if we had a goofball application to capture the mouse, capture the keyboard, send it via serial to the Arduino, and then have the Arduino emulate keyboard input. And that, like, we got the very basics of it working. There were some problems, of course. Control keys, not literally the control key, I guess like non-character keys. And didn't even really try with the mouse yesterday because I knew we were going to end up with we wanted delta for the mouse, but we couldn't quite get that the way we were doing it. So basically it was starting to feel like, okay, we got the rough proof of concept in place. To go further, we need to, I guess I could be up here when I'm talking. To go further, we probably want to get lower level and have like direct kind of raw access to mouse events and direct raw access to keyboard events. Kind of how it was feeling. And that's starting to sound like a nightmare just because Windows is Windows. And I'm not, I mean, probably should be obvious from yesterday's stream. I'm not like a Windows developer. I mean, I don't really call myself any kind of developer, but like I write a lot of software, but not Windowsy software. Look at my misspelled search. Actually, we don't want this browser. We don't want this browser at all. What do we want? This other browser is gonna do weird Windows stuff. I upgraded Windows for reasons I don't even want to talk about, but okay, so we looked at this thing and it seemed interesting. It's like a driver that lets you intercept input and mess with input. And we don't really have a need to mess with input, I don't think. But the notion of like being, I mean, we want to mess with it in that we want to swallow it, basically. So yeah, I was kind of interested in this. It seems like there's something to it. I don't really. I guess let's just download this release, which is hopefully a pre-built. I don't exactly understand what's going on because I think there is a library, a driver even, one might call it, and I think we just want to see what's up with that. So let's go to find a place where this project is, and let's just stick Interception in here. How do you hide the sidebar? So something with Windows 11 that does seem better is that the garbage, the like terrible stripe thing from Windows 10 that I guess goes back to like Windows 7, they seem to have made that a little better. I mean, I don't really like. Maybe there's shortcuts for this. I really like the Mac. Okay, can I toggle this stuff here? What is this? So this is details Control Shift 6, Control Shift 2. So those are pretty weird numbers. Okay, so we can at least toggle through these, which is not, that's good to know. I don't know if that keyboard shortcut existed before. So 6 is generally where I want to be. I wish you could have a hierarchy the way you can in Finder, but whatever. I would really like to be able to toggle this very easily. It's probably a shortcut for that, but I don't know. Explorer, toggle, preview, shortcut. Is that a thing? Alt-P? Is that real? Is that true, or is that a real thing? Alt-P? Hey, look at that. Okay, that's good to know. So what do we have? Control-Shift-6 for 2. Control-Shift-2? Wait. Control-Shift, blah, blah, Alt-P. Okay. Control-Shift-6. Alt-P, whatever. We got little buttons in here. It would be kind of nice if there was a button for the thing. Can you configure these? Like, can you configure this the way you can on macOS and just put the buttons you want? That would be sort of nice if you could do that. Okay, well, it's at least less disgusting than the big stupid... Yeah, why can't I configure this? Why can't I put the buttons that I want up here? Why can't I put a button that toggles the preview pane? That's been in macOS for a long time, been in Finder for a long time, been in most applications on macOS, the ability to just mess with your toolbars, but not here, not Windows. Okay, anyway, so we've done this. So I don't really know what we're supposed to do here. We got some samples. I'm not crazy about... Oh, huh. What happens if I run this? Something bad? X2Y. Looks suspicious, but of course I obviously want to do it. Seems like it broke. Do I have to run these as... It's not the latest PowerShell. What are you talking about? Oh. Why are these closing immediately? Is it because I need to run them in some... You gotta run install intercept. Okay, do I need to do that first? That would kind of make sense. So we want elevated terminal. I don't know what happens in the stream when the dumb thing pops up. Okay, this is an administrator terminal. So probably I should be able to get in here and go to... Come on, buddy. What? Why can't... What? Why can't I drag into here? I can drag into the non-administrator one, but I can't just drag into... What? Oh, Windows, you're dumb. Okay. You must reboot for it to take effect. Are you kidding? I don't want to reboot. I just started streaming. I guess I should have done this before. I don't want to reboot. I don't want to start and stop the stream. I was only going to stream for like an hour today anyway. Okay, I don't think it's worth it. I think the thing I would like to do, we'll just ignore that. Ignore the fact that we can't run and just see, like, I want to figure out how to, like, at least link against the library. Interceptor boots. Okay, let's do this. Let's just make a new What? Keyboard mouse interceptor. Here's the thing though, I don't really, oh boy, how do we do this? MP, what's that thing called? MSys 2, but we want the 64-bit probably. Right? I don't really remember how to do this. Like set this up for a I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. Examples. X to Y, for example. Dumb makefile. I just hate. I just don't like build systems, and I don't really have much familiarity with Windows build systems in general. Not that this is Windows land. I mean, it's whatever Windows driver kit, WKD. Do I have to have this? Do I have to have this just to link against the library? Like if I just want to use this. Link against it. Okay, so we have the library. Third, you must include it in here. So I mean, this just looks like C code, right? And we just need to the other thing I can't remember though is Visual Studio Code MSys 2. Like we set this up before for something. I guess it was for Raylib. I just can't really remember. Like I thought there was an easy way to do it, and now I can't. I can't remember. Such a hassle. I mean, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe if we're just here, we just can do the thing. You know? Like, do I have to do anything here? Can I just do, well, this doesn't work. I have to be like, oh boy. How did they do it? I'm not even sure if I can get to the normal path. Jates, we're doing important. Yes, this is clearly dance music. I can't believe you showed up. What a shock. This is the important royalty-free music that I play every single time. With the idea that I never have to worry about music rights, but I have had to worry about music rights before, so it's just we just blew it. So I just don't remember what I'm supposed to do here. So we do this stuff, and we do this stuff. We do this stuff. Is this true? I don't think this is true. I guess it is. Okay, so maybe we did do all this. Maybe this actually works. I don't. Why don't I get aware? I don't remember the Windows version of which. Important emails. That's good. It's good that you get important emails. So we go in here, we do this thing, we do this. So I think okay. Maybe we don't actually need to do this. And maybe as long as we are in here. Whatever I called this. KMI. We just do code here. Can I just do this? How's your day, Jates? Does this have to be C++? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, right? If I just write C code, it will still just be C code. Is that true? Is this a true story? Like if I just did this, what would happen to me? Oops. Like none of this. Is this gonna work? I find this hard to believe. Okay, maybe it did work. It's a shock. Yeah, right? Can't we just do like printf hi? Does anyone remember how to write C code? King Crybaby with a tear in my eye. If you mess with the king, you're gonna cry, baby, cry. Pretty good song. So we want, how do we do this? So where are we? We're in KMI, so we want to go back and go to Interception. We want to go here, and then we'll go into library. How do you do this? Is this valid? And then we have to link it, right? Okay, well, great. I'm not going to do that for a second. Let's just do gcc main.c-o main, and then run main. Nope. I mean, that's not main.exe. Alright, got rid of the hi. I don't know what I'm doing. Really? Didn't that work a minute ago? Does it need to be G++? Because it automatically includes stand... whatever. I thought this worked automatically a second ago. Maybe it was because some magical thing happened for me. Okay, great. I don't actually remember Mr. Jailer. I only remember the King Crybaby song. That was during this era of, I don't know, like a very short, what do you want to call it? Like indie renaissance? Johnny Depp indie? I mean, maybe Crybaby wasn't exactly indie. Kind of was, right? I mean, there's that. I mean, in the same era, I guess I'm thinking specifically also of Dead Man. Let's see, let's look at Johnny Depp IMDb, because I feel like late 90s we hit a really special time. Like maybe post Edward Scissorhands, but pre, I mean, certainly all pre Pirates of the Caribbean. So the era I'm thinking of, so Crybaby was even, that was like right at the end of 21 Jump Street. So Platoon. So Nightmare on Elm Street's where it all started, right? Is Crybaby John Waters? I didn't remember that at all.
I just want to go back.
I was also in the era of like, what was the Pecker? Edward Furlong before he became what he is today. Oof. Okay, anyway, so where did we start? We started tonight, we were on Cry Baby. So that was 1990. That was a pretty good one. Of course, Edward Scissorhands. Of course, the Great Wide Open video. I think Arizona Dream. That was kind of in that era. Benny and June, of course. Gilbert Grape, of course. Ed Wood, of course. Don Juan DeMarco. Weird movie. I still don't quite understand it. I think that was one of Marlon Brando's last big movies. I don't know. Pretty weird. Saw that in the theaters, I think. But we want to be in... Yeah, so there's Dead Man. I don't even remember Nick of Time. Oh yeah, okay. That was like in there, like the Firm kind of era, right? Donnie Brasco. Fear and Loathing, Triumph. So I guess this period was a bit longer than I thought. Don Juan DeMarco. That has that the Bryan Adams song, right? If You Love a Woman. Tell me, have you ever really ever loved a woman? That certain Bryan Adams voice. I don't actually remember Nick of Time. It's in my mind. Maybe it's just because the poster looks like The Firm, and they came out at almost the same time. Or in my mind they did. So The Firm was 93, and Nick of Time was 95. So those are very, yeah, this poster and this poster are just fully blurred together in my mind. I'm not sure I could disentangle them. So I really liked Dead Man. Who directed Dead Man? It was somebody weird, right? Jim Jarmusch or somebody. Who directed Dead Man? Yeah, it's a pretty weird movie. It's a pretty good movie. I like that movie. Benny and June, classic. I don't know how well these movies are remembered. Like, are these movies fondly remembered? Has an okay IMDb rating. I guess that's what we need to look at. Like Rotten Tomatoes. See a lot of rotten movies in here. A lot of real rotten movies in here. But I think if we go back far enough, I might get my feelings hurt. Okay, okay, great, good. Yes, Crybaby, okay. But, you know, I can kind of see it. I remember liking Arizona Dream. I mix it up with, what was the Keanu Reeves movie? My Own Private Idaho? That was Gus Van Sant. I have no idea why, but in my mind, this movie... So this is 91. In my mind, that movie is like tangled up with Arizona Dream, 92, and I can't really tell them apart. I mean, yeah. I mean, he had good, interesting movies. He wasn't just like totally heartthrobby, right? I feel like What's Eating Gilbert Grape is pretty intense. Good movie. Ed Wood was so weird. I feel like he did good. He wasn't just like super heartthrobby. Fear and Loathing this is an outrage. Fear and Loathing is a masterpiece. This is what fools reviewed this movie and did not give it a perfect score. I totally forgot about The Astronaut's Wife. Pretty sure I saw that in theater. I don't think I remember The Man Who Cried. Blow. Wait, I'm mixing this up. What's the one with Val Kilmer as this is a totally different movie. Val Kilmer is John Holmes, I think. What movie is that? It has nothing to do with Blow. I know. I guess it's just cocaine reminded me of. Wait, can I see all of the movies? Can I see them all at once without having to page through them? Okay. True Romance. What was... Blow is... Okay, well, it's not... Blow is about cocaine. There's a John Holmes. So, if I remember correctly, Val Kilmer plays John Holmes, the porn star, and Wonderland. I don't know why in my mind Wonderland is tangled up with Blow. I don't remember Wonderland being this bad. So that was 2003. What year was Blow? 2001. So those are just tied in my mind. From Hell. Pretty sure I saw in the theaters. Don't really remember anything about it. Okay. And then we get into like Pirates of the Caribbean era. So I don't know. There are some interesting. I mean, even Tim Burton aside, Edward Scissorhands is great. I have a fondness for Ed Wood. I'm actually surprised to see this because I don't remember it being this well received, especially with this. Is that the box office take? Box office not so hot for Ed Wood, but Ed Wood's a pretty good movie. Batman 2. Wait, what? Then okay, then what? Wait, is Arizona Dream like older woman? Okay, it does have Faye Dunaway. So there's two Faye Dunaway movies in a short period with Johnny Depp because she was also in Don Juan DeMarco. I kind of remember liking Arizona Dream. Somewhere in here, I'm mixing this up also with. Oh, that's a very different movie. Monster. No, Gods and Monsters. But that was later. Brendan Fraser and Ian McKellen. Anyway, well, that's good. I'm glad we took a minute to think about Johnny Depp. And I like your Speed 2 joke. Speed 2, not something we think about these days very often. So how does the software work? If we wanted to, so let's just try some stuff. And I don't expect this to work, but that's fine because we. Well, that's kind of weird, actually. I didn't expect that to even let me compile this. Maybe this is just because we're not actually doing anything with those. The compiler just ditches them. Is that possible? So if we did these two things, this is going to break everything, right? Utils. So as utils, does that have raised process priority, or does that matter? Set priority class. So that just looks like a very Windowsy thing. Okay, so let's do this. I expect this to break. We want it to break. If it worked, we'd be just baffled. So what we need to do is link. So that's the library path. In fact, what we should probably do is let's do this. I don't know. How do you program? -I, and then this wants to go back to interception. Library. And then L, and then we want like L interception, or how do you do this? I mean, it's probably in here somewhere, right? Tools. Build it command. I don't know what are we building with here? You would think that samples would just have like, so it's a little CPP. We have this include makefile.def, whatever that is. What? Okay, this is what we want. We just want to link against this interception.lib. So I think we can just -L this. Is that right? Okay, great. So that's oh, because it's in where? Are we doing x64 or are we doing x86? What are we doing here, everybody? Guess it doesn't really matter. I probably am supposed to tell it in some way. Interception, library. x64. Okay. So, wait, I don't know what to think about that. Okay, well, this is going to be super broken. We definitely can't do this. Man, okay, I don't really want to have to update, like, the tasks, all this nonsense, right? How do you do that? Launch? Or does it go in the tasks? Like, where do we set up what we want to link against and all that fun stuff? Does it go in args here, or do we put it somewhere else? I mean, I would guess it goes in there, but as we have established, I don't know what I'm doing. There's like a secret black box you accidentally open sometimes. Sounds scary. I mean, this isn't complicated. It's just like doing it in the way that it wants to be done. Like if I want to link some libraries, how am I supposed to link the libraries? You know? Like if I want to set custom includes paths, so I can do this and make an include path, but like, how do I do, I don't know, I just don't care enough. So like that sort of looks like it should work, right? But I don't have debugger access. When I run this, it does nothing. And I would have thought that it would at least print hello. So is this blocking? Is create context blocking in some way? I guess it's blocking because we didn't actually restart. So that would kind of make sense. Maybe? Would that make sense? Okay, I'll buy that though. So let's just, what's the absolute simplest thing here? The fact that our friend keeps raising process priority does make me, a little suspicious that that is a thing that you should do. But whatever. You can just include that utils. Wherever that is, that was in that samples folder, right? Not in library, it was in samples, x86. So there's not an x64 samples. Oh. Unless utils is like, I don't think so. I think we'd also need the samples library. So that's a little bit lame. I mean, all this, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Like if all the samples require utils, then like, why is that not just part of the... Why is that not part of the distribution? Why would utils not be part of the distribution? I don't know about this, friend Francisco Lopez. You know, with Nirvana, have you seen the stuff? Oh boy, the kid, the Nirvana baby who was like used to brag about being the Nirvana baby, is like tried to sue Nirvana for child pornography and then lost the case, I think, but then I think is trying to appeal the case. I don't know. I mean, a naked baby isn't... There's lots of naked babies in like Renaissance art, you know? Naked babies are out there. I don't know. I'm a little annoyed with this. Frankly, it's kind of lame that if all of your samples require this utils thing, it feels like it should be included. Anyway, so what do we want to do? What does CAD stop do? So this is a Control-Alt-Delete stop. So we want there were some examples, I think, that... Because basically what we want to do is we want to trigger something that will then swallow all input, right? So really it's this. We just sit in this loop. So this seems to be, so we're looking for key down and key up. That doesn't seem too complicated. So invert the mouse axis. And then all we say is if it's a keyboard, if keystroke. I understand why we're looking for key down and key up though. So filter mouse move. But maybe I just don't know what's going on. Like this says we're looking for filter. This is key all. Invert the mouse axis, intercept the X key and turn it into Y. Oh, I thought that was mouse X to Y. It's the keyboard key X to Y. So actually, does that work? No, it doesn't, because it exited immediately, because I bet it couldn't, like... Which is, yeah, it's pretty weird that you don't get any errors at all, seemingly. Life is yours, how's it going? Wait, you're gonna sue me for that emote? I thought you loved that emote. Man, okay, well, we'll see you in court, I guess. Okay, so here's the thing we do. We create this context, we set a filter, which just says look for key up and key down. We sit in this loop, and we just get, you know, we're just waiting for business. This just says if we get an X, turn it into a Y. So this fully intercepts everything unless you... It's kind of wild. Like this will just swallow everything if you want. Destroy the context. So this is pretty close to what we want. Okay, so here's the issue though, actually, is the scan codes. Do we really want to swap the scan codes? So interception keystroke. I don't really want to... I mean, maybe we get to that point. Is that just a struct that lives somewhere? Here? Okay, so this is a little... Well, okay, the notion of a mouse stroke is weird. Oh, that's true. How's your pinky? But was it worth it? You got to try bagel. I think it was probably worth it. Okay, so this is a little weird, actually. A little worrisome. Like the keys, the scan code thing is pretty annoying. So we can get the key state. The scan code. Okay, what did we say here? The scan code for the escape key Is there a utility for converting scan codes? Yeah, the scan codes are... I mean, I guess we could have some big lookup table. I don't want to do that. Scan code X. Yeah, it's not just the hex values. I'm glad it was worth it. I'm glad it paid off. So how do we go, like... I mean, I guess this is what we want. It sounds like it starts to get annoying, though, because we might have to do some fancy pants stuff. But if we're just sending the scan codes, maybe that's better. Maybe it's worse. Oops. Is that worse? Keyboard modifiers. We're never going to find anything. Not on DuckDuckGo. Why do search engines think that I just put stuff in the search for fun? So I could send the scan codes. The USB keyboard here, USB layout. So that means that probably I have to start handling things myself, though, you know? Like, I have to manage shift and so on. Wait, was DuckDuck... Were DuckDuck and Goose affiliated? This is in Brooklyn? The DuckDuck bar. Mm-hmm. I love it. Is Goose no longer with us? Is Goose... Do I know this? Where is this? What would you call this neighborhood? Is this part of Williamsburg? What would you call this neighborhood? Grand Street. Okay. The Grand Street L. Hip local bar. Well, I'm sad to tell you that it looks like Goose may no longer be with us. East Williamsburg. It just makes me think of that Matt and Kim song. Whatever happened with, I guess it's years gone now, right? Like, is it all done? Is all the L train stuff done? Didn't they blow up the L train for a really long time? I don't really remember. That was a long time ago, right? Or did that actually happen? I moved away from New York a long time ago. I was never cool enough to live in Williamsburg. Although, where is it? Where was... I mean, it's useless to search for a place called Denny's in New York, right? But the one... Okay, I guess I'm thinking of this one. Never mind. Is this the Whole Foods that's terrible? Is this like the one Whole Foods that I don't like on Earth? It may be. The weird one that you have to go underground. So close. So close to Manhattan. Close it on weekends. Okay, that makes more sense. Wasn't there some crazy plan to make like a floating bridge or something? I don't remember. Where did I live? I lived, what was it even called? Kensington? Was the neighborhood? Was the last place I lived, I guess? Here. I don't really remember. Somewhere around here. The last place I lived in New York. Anyways. Okay, so the scan codes seem annoying, but maybe that's fine. Maybe we can... So you like press this, write this, release J. It's pretty weird. I just want to be able to do, okay, so those will just only be US. Weird. Okay. Is there a non-dumb way to do this? I just want to use keyboard right. I want to keyboard write a scan code. Is what I want to do. I think. Or I need to like convert scan codes, but if I can just stay with the scan codes and give that to the Arduino and make the Arduino figure it out, that sounds a little better. But maybe it's not. Like if I just want to write Yeah, so do you have to like have some table of scan codes and hmm. F12 is 205. Interesting. I never put together the idea that Pretzel Rocks. I don't even know what to say about this. The stupid music service is called Pretzel, I thought, but maybe it's actually called Pretzel Rocks. Do you think Pretzel Rocks means salt? Is that possible? I find it hard to believe, yet when you say it that way, maybe. Maybe Pretzel Rocks really is just salt. Usage ID, print screen. Use raw usage code by adding 136 to it. Interesting. Okay. Usage codes. Okay, the usage code's higher. That's goofy, but okay, so. Great. $46. Well, it's in hex. So it'll be 16 times 4 plus 6, which is 70, right? Oh, we just saw 70. Okay, so it actually seems like kind of a pain to make this work. I don't really know the right thing. I mean, I don't know really what it wants. Like, what does the operating system really want? Like, if I hit Control A, for example, who's really in charge of the state of like the control being pressed and A? I think straight from USB standpoint. So that press release might be the way to do that. Anyway, okay, so it seems like I think we're gonna need, what did we, lib serial port? Is that what I decided I liked? I guess that's one problem not doing this with, I think it's this one. I think this was okay. Or we just want to send data. I mean, I really don't know this correct way to do this in a very simple, like, can I do this wherever I want? How did we do this last time? We did it for the raylib thing. Which was what? Open file. But we were reading. That was reading. We didn't write anything with that, but that's okay. Anybody know what that project was called, or where it lives, or anything like that? Let's see, files, projects. I gotta stop streaming. I gotta leave in just like 2 minutes. Okay, well, anyway, we have this thing compiling. It doesn't work because I have to restart the computer. I just want to look at this one thing, and then we'll call it. then we'll call it, right? These more rounded corners. I don't know. Actually, I am like, so far the biggest thing that seems better in Windows 11 is how not stupid this is. I always hated the Windows 10 like ribbon. Which maybe that went back to like Windows 7. It'd been around for a long time. Like the ribbon this is like the worst. This is among the worst things that Microsoft has ever done. It was so terrible. It was so like, it was useless. It was so bad. And you look at it and you go like, well, I guess maybe they're just trying to expose everything that you could use, you know, everything that you could need all at once. But that still wasn't true. It still had multiple tabs that you had to tab through. So it wasn't like, well, you know, it's a kitchen sink approach and they just want to give you every possible thing. They didn't. You still had to, cycle through other stuff. And I mean, whatever. I guess I could have, yeah, you could minimize the ribbon. Anyway, it's dumb. But then it was just gone, right? Like if you minimize the ribbon, you got no anything. So this at least feels like a slight improvement here. I mean, it seems like an improvement. It lets you do some stuff without looking like the worst interface in whatever file manager history. But it still doesn't do. I'm actually really surprised that Windows. So you could at least configure the ribbon somewhat, I think. So I'm really surprised that they just didn't take the macOS, like let you configure any toolbar. Like the thing I probably do more than anything is toggle preview on and off. And yes, I have a keyboard shortcut for it, but like, why not let me edit this? Maybe there's a way. I don't think there's an easy way. So that's whatever. I'll call this an improvement. The stupidest thing, the most Windows of Windows things that I've seen so far in Windows 11 is Microsoft's inability to get rid of anything, that they only know how to add garbage on top of garbage, is this. It's like, okay, I have a folder here. I want to open it in Visual Studio Code. I'm going to right click it. And it's like, that's strange. It doesn't, oops, is it even selected? It's hard to see. The selected state on this wallpaper is almost invisible. Not good. To be able to say open in VS Code isn't here for some reason, but I can do this, show more options, and then it just shows the old Windows 10 one. So it's still here. Like this, the bad stuff is still there. The stupid stuff is still there. So it's still, Windows still appears to be, unsurprisingly, like an archaeological, like there's just strata of what, 25 years of nonsense, that aspects of it are still in there and haven't changed in 25 years, I would bet you. So it was a little disappointing to see this, that it's like, I mean, I get it, it's okay, I get it, you're trying to make this a little more simplified, but the notion that you have like the Windows 11 menu and all you did was just sit it on top of the Windows 10 menu, not great. I mean, some of it's even worse than that. There's stuff, somebody did, I can't remember where it was. It was like, somebody basically went through and just dug all the way through the operating system and tried to find the oldest stuff that was still in Windows. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't remember how to search, but maybe this is a good thing. And there was stuff that was basically all the way back to Windows NT 4.0, which is like the foundation of Windows 11, was NT 4. I mean, there's stuff technically even from Windows 3.1. Although I don't think this is really actually true. I don't think there's code from Windows 3.1. I might be wrong, because I think Windows NT 4 was like new code base, and we've been built on that since. Anyway, I might be wrong about that, but there's stuff. Somebody did a dive where they basically were able to find aspects in Windows 10 that is still all the way, basically still all the way there. All the way back to Windows. I don't think this is true. I think the design of this hasn't changed, but I think the code, I don't think there's shared code here, right? I don't think that's true. I think it's, I mean, maybe I could be wrong about that. But I thought that we're on the NT4 code base. Anyway, whatever. It's nonsense. We could press Alt F4. Let's do it. Alt F4. Get out of here. I mean, I don't mind the rounded corners. They're fine. I mean, it's fine. I immediately had to align my the icons on the start menu left. Not even because of an aesthetic decision, but just because of muscle memory of like swiping my mouse into the corner to hit the start menu was no longer a viable option because, you know, they made it kind of arbitrarily expand and contract, which of course macOS does for the dock, but the Apple menu is always in the same place and has been in the same place, not just for 20 years of macOS 10 and up, but all the way back to older, you know, system whatever. Who knows when that started? That's almost back to like the original Mac interface. I think the Apple menu's been in the upper left corner. Apple hasn't changed that in now like 40 years ish. And so for Windows to change the position of the start menu after 27 years ish, seems pretty dumb. Like, I get it, the centering is sort of fine, but you should have centered the icons and left the start menu where the start menu was in a fixed place. Like, it's pretty stupid to do that, but whatever. They had to do something, I guess. I have an important... What is this application that it installed called Clipchamp? What is all this great garbage that they decided to install for me? No, I don't want the Clipchamp, thanks. I also don't want Disney Plus, thanks. Or Spotify. Thanks for all this stuff. Thanks for adding all of this bloatware. Appreciate it. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Very good, Windows. Exactly what I wanted. I mean, Solitaire, of course. Obviously, I do want Solitaire. Prime Video. What's the oh, Solitaire. I clicked it and it's trying to install it. No, it's... Oh, man, I miss Clippy. More than Clippy, I miss Rover. Rover was the precursor to Clippy. Rover is for whom... Rover is for whom Comic Sans was invented. Even though I think it actually didn't ship with Microsoft Bob. This is the OG. This is pre-Clippy. Pretty sure that's true. Like, this was the first assistant. I think you could get other assistants. Actually, maybe Clippy was in here. So Rover was here. Okay, Clippy did come from... Rover was definitely here and showed up later. I didn't remember that Clippy came from Bob. Was Clippy an alternate? I only remember Rover. Friends of Bob. Okay, anyway, I do need to depart. Are you showing me that guy? Is this that one guy? Okay, this is a different guy. I see. Oh yeah, man, Bob's good stuff. I think about Bob all the time, actually. Bob... This was the original metaverse. This is where we're heading. Okay, wait, are these all of our... I don't remember all these. So is Clippy in here? Blythe? Really, I honestly only remember Rover. Orby. Orby seems like Pee-wee's Playhouse. Ruby. Scuzz. That's my dude. I wish I had $5, says Scuzz. Speaker. Okay, where was Clippy? Invisible. There's a book. Maybe Clippy was in here somewhere. Clip it. Anyway. Okay, I'm done for real. I can think about Microsoft Bob all day. The original metaverse. Someday we'll get back there. We'll get back to perfect peak computing Microsoft Bob. Okay, that was a short stream. I just wanted to try that thing. I think I get the idea. The scan codes, like all the keyboard stuff's gonna suck. It's not gonna be as easy as I hoped. I wanted it to be easy. I wanted it to just be like, you hit a button, you send a code. I bet the teensy libraries do that. But anyway, we'll do the... No, we're done with titles. New Year's resolution. I'm not gonna make up any more titles. It stopped being funny after like the third stream, and it just became sad. It was just sad. Sad dad jokes from a non-dad. I do want to we need a new layout. We need to hang something on the wall up here. Something. My hand look like it has chromatic aberration. Looks like I'm green screened in front of my own wall. You love the titles? I'm sorry. Why are you laughing and not crying? Shouldn't you be crying? Okay, friends, I'm leaving. We'll stream again soon. Bye.